Okay, ladies and gentlemen, back for another video. And yes, you guessed it, Chrysler's again. We're not working on this one today though. Look what the cat dragged in last night. We got another one to play with. So this guy picked it up cheap and has an engine light on. Upon driving it home, I noticed the transmission was shifting funny, and the alternator's making a crazy whining sound. So I did some research on good old Google. Found out that it's possible that little alternator sitting down there could be a possible culprit. So I haven't really done much with this thing. So we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty here. We're gonna see what we can find out about this this car. If it's of any help to any of you guys out on YouTube, this video would apply to an 01 to 06 Chrysler Sebring. The same concepts and symptoms would also apply to Chrysler Pacificas. So just to show you what this guy's doing first, I'm gonna hop in here and I'm gonna start the vehicle, and you're gonna see what the speedometer does. I hope this thing starts actually, because it's got a shitty battery. Radios are always on my videos before I start it. Okay. Okay, so nothing yet. Oh, there he goes. So you just notice a little pulse from the speedometer periodically, and check engine light. But guess what? I don't have my code reader with me today, so we're flying solo here. Or flying blind. Now I've heard many of these Sebrings running, and that whining sound down there definitely doesn't sound normal. Upon shifting this thing into drive or reverse, I noticed a loud clunking sound, and when I was driving it home, coming back and stopping at a stoplight, I noticed that there would be a hard jerk a couple seconds after I stopped. And from research on YouTube, it was supposedly it going in between second and third gear. To disconnect the alternator main lead, and that way we have no alternator output, which means no possible ripple effects from a failed diode in the alternator causing any spikes that would interfere with the speed sensors that are in the transmission, which would cause that speedometer to do its funny thing. We have a full battery, so hopefully it holds a charge to keep it running for a bit when that alternator is not going. So let's do that now first. See if our problem goes away. So now I'm just on the passenger side of the engine, and not this guy here that's really white, but the one below it. We're just going to disconnect that guy so we stop the output of the alternator. Now, when you unplug this, you will notice that the battery light will come on the dash, and that's normal for this test. Alright, she's unplugged. See what she does. So there's that battery light, and look at nothing. Nothing. Okay guys, no need to go any further with this one. We need an alternator, because the ripple effect, I suspect the diode in the alternator has failed. So we're gonna go get an alternator. Okay, she's plugged back in. Let's see if the problem comes back again. Whoa! Holy fuck! That's so weird. I wonder if I got my voltmeter. Let's check the voltage on this thing, see what it's doing. Okay guys, I'm only working with what I got. An analog voltmeter would probably be a lot better. So I'm just probing the negative jump start terminal and then the positive on the relay box. And we got a good connection of the battery. Holding a steady 14.5. You know, just off of camera we were fluctuating between like 10 volts and 14 and a half. Let's put a load on this circuit here because I got nothing on. So I heard some people say that the rad fan, oh, see now, that's jumping now. So I just have the blower fan on, that's all I'm doing. So now you're noticing that it's hanging out at about 30. I turn this off and it kind of settles down. So I'll turn this back on shot. So we're gonna leave that on and see what this voltage does. I noticed that the whining sound gets a little bit more vigorous too. So let's probe this. That's so weird. Well, that appears to be holding pretty steady. Either that or the fluctuations are so rapid that my digital meter won't pick that up. I'm gonna go out on a limb. That alternator's making a lot of noise anyways. I'm gonna replace that and we're gonna continue from there. Well, we got a little bit of a gap there. And we got one shitty alternator. Original Denso from 2006 when this thing rolled off the assembly line. I'm just going to put this in my arms here and you can just hear it. She don't sound very good. Not the worst I've seen, but definitely causes the strangest electrical problems. Gonna go hop in that piece of shit. Well, just a wink of an eye later, got a new alternator. Couple more gizmos over there too. So let's put this thing back in and see what we got. See if this fixes our problem. Alright, she's in. Battery's hooked up. Hopefully this battery held a charge all day. See if we get any crazy speedometer issues. Well, the engine light went out because the battery was disconnected. I saw the lights just get brighter, the alternator kicked in. So far nothing, nor do I hear any interference from the alternator. Nice and quiet. I noticed it idled down a lot faster too. Mind you, it's probably warmer in here because I had that big thing going. Sweet. Got the fan on full blast, high beams on, still warming up. That is such a weird fucking problem. There's a fellow Chrysler. Looks like the transmission's shifting really good today. As I head into Gimli to go get some cat food.